to Metal Band's Chronicles, where metal lives. And you know what? Today is a very important day here on April 25th of 2022 here on this Monday. Because we have a legendary thrash metal debut album that turns 37 years old today. That's right, celebrating its 37th anniversary. We have this incredible debut right here, Bonded by Blood. You can see the vinyl in the background there. Man, oh man. Now, I did a review of this album 3 years ago on my channel back in 2019 of this album, you know. So it's not really a review, it's mainly a celebration to this great album and the impact it has had on me, and I'm sure plenty of other metalheads out there, and pertainingly thrash metal musicians too, the influence Bonded by Blood has had on them, you know, and throughout the world, you know. Just an incredible debut. It still definitely holds up to this day. It still sounds brutal, raw and fresh, in your face, fast, aggressive, an amazing twin guitar attack by Holt and Hunnot, you know. And of course you got the legendary drumming of Tom Hunting, and you got this larger-than-life stage presence that still feels huge to this day when you go back and listen to this album. I'm talking about the late Paul Baloff, the John Belushi of thrash metal, as some people like to call him. You know, just what an amazing stage presence he had, and he lived the music, he was the music. Paul Baloff was the real freaking deal when it comes to this kind of music. And man, what an incredible debut this is. I mean, just all the bands this album influenced, you know, it's just astronomical and huge. So much legacy behind this album. I mean, every time I hear Bonded by Blood to this day, I still want to break out in a frenzy and start thrashing and moshing and banging my freaking head. And the same goes for this whole entire album. There's nothing weak on here, man. It's a classic. Hell, it's legendary. I know the band would re-record it with Rob Dukes on vocals and Lee Atlas from Heathen on guitars, but, you know, it's not the same, obviously, but yeah, man, this album's legendary. I know I'm repeating myself here, but it is. It's a fucking legendary album. And, you know, when I think about an album like this, and I think about those legendary thrash albums that came out back in the 80s, and I just think to myself, there's a reason why these legacy thrash metal bands are still around, like Exodus, Testament, Death Angel, Creator, Destruction, Sodom, Tankard, you know, Overkill, Violence. Well, Violence just got back together, but you get where I'm coming from here. And which gets me to another point. There's a reason why these legendary thrash bands are reforming too, like Violence, you know, and well, you got Centrix from England, who reformed a couple years ago and put out an album, Evil Dead Reformed. There's a reason why these bands are coming back. Because thrash metal is unstoppable. And it's still loved in the underground, despite what people tell you. You know, for years I've heard these arguments, oh, metal's dead and all this bullshit, it's never coming back. But it's still alive and well. It's still alive and well, man. You know, fuck what the mainstream says, man. And fuck what the sheeple say. Because this music's still alive and well and loved. Yeah, it may not be the most popular music in the world, but who gives a fuck? This kind of music wasn't about popularity. It was about attitude, aggression, and just being yourself. You know, that's what thrash metal was about. And it's what it's still about to this day. And there's a reason why a lot of young thrash bands still keep popping up. Because of legendary albums like this and so many others. So yeah, thank you to Exodus for putting out this classic and being one of the pioneers of thrash metal. So definitely crank Bonded by Blood today and celebrate its 37th anniversary. And keep on banging those heads. Because there's murder in the front row. Bang those goddamn heads against the stage. Alright, I'm out. Keep it metal. Keep on thrashing. because thrash metal and metal will never die. Alright, I'm out.